This will be talking about the top 10 best cars to snipe in Forza Horizon 5, exactly how you guys can do this to get pretty much any rare car you want, or get some cars extremely cheaply that you can resell to make a lot of profit in Forza. This video will cover both bases. Some of you just want credits, boom, it'll be easy to go on and follow, or if you have a couple cars you really want to add to your collection, like the Ferrari SF90 or maybe the Copo Camaro, this video will be perfect for you. So first things first, let's dive in straight to the festival playlist. Now this is actually one tip in itself. When you're trying to snipe cars, do not do it at your house. Instead, make sure at the festival playlist, for whatever reason, there's a slightly larger input lag when you're not at the festival. What that means is that when a car animation is loading on the auction house, it'll take longer at your house than the festival. That's a fact. It's been like that since Forza Horizon 3. Something to take in mind, because every single millisecond counts when you guys are trying to snipe cars with dozens of other people trying to get the same car as you. So first off, the number one car I'll be talking about in this video is going to be the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. This car is the perfect car to snipe because not only is it one of the most desirable cars in the entire game, and it's been added in the backstage pass, but also a lot of people still want these cars. Now they're quite easy to get in abundance at a price point of around 12 million credits, but given that's the fact of there being such a high supply, if you want quick credits, what would you naturally do? Oh, let me list this up for, let's say, 8 million, get a quick sale, and boom, move on to the next. A lot of people still actively bid and buy these at 10 to 12 million, so if you guys can snag one of these for 7 or 8, you're probably going to be able to resell it and make a profit quite consistently. Let's put a max buy price of, let's say, 8 million, and we'll see how many of these get filtered out, if not all of them. None. So it pretty much guarantees if you guys were able to get one for 8 million, you could resell it for a similar amount. Here's an example, 275,000 credits. I don't need it. I'll let someone else get it because, you know, I'm on account with every single car in the game, and you guys can check out my bio if you want to learn more, instant delivery, etc. But it's an easy way to be able to get these cars, put on a max buy filter, buy for 275,000 credits, and I could have resold this for 8 million. So this puts an example of how easy it is to get. That one, of course, instantly sniped. But that's going to be the Aventador SVJ, the first car I'll be discussing in this video. So next up is going to be the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. This car has been in the game for a little bit of time now, 2023 of course, and there are quite a few of these in the game, but not too many you'll find on the auction house like the Aventador SVJ. It's a little bit rarer to be able to get. Even if you had no buyout filter, there's still going to be none of these pop up. But again, I'd always recommend keeping a max buyout filter of around 11 million, because if you guys saw one of these cars popped up and you quickly went and snatched it to try get it, and it was listed by a legendary tuner for 20 million, you're going to be out of pocket on a car if you're assuming you're trying to resell it. If you're just trying to get a car for any price, don't have the max buyout filter on, sit here going back for back until you see one of these pop up and buy it as quickly as you can. That's always the way to do it, and it'll give you the best likelihood or best chance competing against others to get these kind of cars. Next up, one of the goated cars for sniping and reselling is of course going to be the Audi RS6 2021. The reason why this car is so good is because you can actually resell these for 20 million credits even if you're not a legendary painter or tuner. If you're not familiar with some of the game mechanics, you can get legendary painter or tuner status pretty much by selling or successfully having a lot of people use your tunes or designs, and that allows you to sell virtually any car for 20 million credits, aka the maximum buyout limit. However, some cars have exceptions. The Audi RS6 is one of these. Even if you don't have that status, you could buy one of these for 100,000 credits and resell it at 20 million, and you'd be able to get a buy instantly at 20 million. These cars always sell at that price point. So if you really want to get a competitive offer, you could even put a max buyout filter for 1 million, because most people buying these accidentally or trying to gift them to a friend might do it 200,000 credits, 300,000 credit max buyout. You can get in the middle, buy one of these very, very cheaply. Now, another car that's quite good, similar to the SVJ, is the new Lamborghini Countach. Now, the reason why this car is good is because a lot of people still want it, but then aren't a lot of these in supply. So not as easy or as plentiful as the SVJs, or nowhere near, because they also are yet to be out on the backstage pass. But when you guys do get these cars, they're super easy to sell for virtually any amount. The SVJ is going to be capped at a good repeated sell price of around 7-8 million credits. So we consistently be able to sell them for that. The Countach, the sky is the limit. You can sell these for 20 million because of how rare and desirable they are. So it's a very good car with high margins if you can get one for cheap. That's always going to be a very good recommendation I would have for most of you guys. Now, another one that's also smaller margin is going to be the Hennessey Venom S5. The reason what makes this one good is that there are a lot of these in the auction house, but like I said, you can easily consistently get them for 5-6 million credits. But if you were able to get one for around 3 to 4 million, you could quickly resell it for 5-6, make a couple million credit profit. So it depends what kind of angle you want to take. If you want to be very patient, wait and find cars like this for only around 200,000 credits and resell away for 20 million, you might only get 1 or 2 of those an hour at best. But cars like this, you could probably get quite a few of them per hour, because a lot of people see, oh, there's 100 of these listed up at 6 million credits, I'm never going to sell mine, let me take a couple million off, shave it off, sell it for 2 million, you get in the middle, resell for 6, easy 4 million. You guys probably do that 10 times an hour, for instance. So it's all cumulative. It depends on what approach you want to take, but there are various different ones, and I'm trying to accommodate everyone with these car choices. Now, next up is going to be the Porsche 911 Turbo S 992 2023. So this car is also very, very good, because similarly to the Audi RS6, RS6. This one is the exact same thing, where you can pretty much resell these without legendary painter or tuner for the max buyout price of 20 million credit. And just quickly, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us hit 150k and stay up to date with the best Forza glitches, content, news, and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. So if you guys find one of these for, let's say, 500,000, which happens a lot more than what people think. People might think, why would a rare car like this ever sell for 500,000? Well, firstly, because people with a lot of these cars who might be on a modded profile with every car in the game, like what we offer, some of these might be trying to give them to their friends. So for example, they might be trying to list them up cheap, give it to a friend who they allow to buy it at a cheap price. If you happen to get in the middle, very easy intermediary way to be able to buy these cheap. Secondly, people who are just trying to get credits in their cars who might be new to the game, they might have unlocked this a while ago at a festival playlist, or they might have a lot of cars they're trying to sell to buy a house or the next car they want. They list it up for minimum, not knowing how much it's worth. That's a good, very two popular use cases of why these cars pop up so cheap, and it happens a lot more than what you think, and all the people who are good at sniping will definitely be cognizant of that. Next one is going to be the Sierra Cars 700R. This car, very, very rare to get, extremely difficult to obtain, but if you do obtain it, usually these are very commonly listed when they are listed at less than 1 million credits, and again, you can easily resell these for millions and millions, depending on if you have legendary painter. If you have that, you can sell them at 20 million, otherwise still a few million, so very easy kind of make profit with. Next up, this car is very similar to the Countach, but even better. The reason being is because this car has been added to the game around 3 or 4 times now via different Horizon Festival Players events, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. So the reason why I say it's good is because this car is a perfect blend of being very desirable, but also in quite high supply relative to how rare it is. What I mean by that, a car like the Sierra 700R, that car has been out to the game probably once or twice. So not very many times, and not that many people even want it. So not only is there a smaller supply of them, meaning you won't see as many listed on the Horizon Festival playlist as frequently, but also there won't be as much demand to be able to sell them quickly if you guys do manage to get one. Whereas a car like the SF90, this car has been listed many times. I mean, there's more in supply, there's more that will frequently go for sale at cheap prices or whatever it may be, but it also means you can buy them more frequently and sell them quicker. So it's a perfect blend of a very desirable car to buy for 2 million credits or 500,000 credits, resell for a quick 10 to 20 million, because pretty much everyone who doesn't have this car would probably happily have one of these in their collection for a decent price. Next up is going to be the BMW M6 1986. This one is a very rare car. So this one is not as in high supply as ones like the Ferrari, but a lot of people don't realize how much this car is worth because it's an older, more understated car. So people often sell these for 2, 3, 4, 500,000, easy resell for 10 million plus. That's always going to be a very reliable option to be able to use. And of course, the last one in this video is going to be a Lotus E-Spirit 1980. Now, I've listed a lot of cars. You might be wondering, well, which one do I choose? Should I go for the Lotus? Should I go for the Ferrari? Should I go for the Venom? I'd say it's up to you. It depends on what your approach is. Like I said before, there are some of these you can buy for cheap, resell for 1 million credit profit consistently. There are other ones you can buy for 200,000 credits and sometimes get them and resell for 20 million. I'd recommend trying a few of these, give around 10 minutes per car, see what one you like more, see what one you find to be more profitable, and double down on it. That's usually the best way of approaching it. And sometimes cars will be seasonal. For example, the SVJ used to be an even better car to snipe because it was just like the SF90. Not everyone had them in the backstage pass yet, so they were easy to sell for 20 million. Nowadays, when you do get them, it's more like an 8, 9, 10 million credit price, but they're easy to get, so arguably it's better, but a little bit of a different market nowadays. So it's up to you, but good luck, like and subscribe for more, and of course, stay tuned for further Forza content coming soon.